Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're jumping down into the world of Polkadot, reviewing the most recent price action and what I think is likely to happen next. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will not miss another video update. If you haven't joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Link is in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out. Let's kick things off though with that 1 hour time frame. So here we have Polkadot paired up with USDT and we're using the BitGetSpot exchange. As you can see here, we have the bear market low at $3.91. We've had a bit of a move to the downside where we hit a $3.96 low point. This is not yet over in my opinion. Let's go ahead and just review what's gone on here. So we can see a three-wave patterned move to the upside. We'll go and do our sense checks, do our due diligence, make sure that there's nothing unusual here with our structures, and yeah, no, it's right on target point. Okay, so you can see that our targeted range was right here. So nothing unusual there. We'll go ahead and just mark in a giant three-wave pattern to complete that. Okay, and the reason that we do this and the reason that this is really important is that we follow both smart money concepts and Elliott wave theory. And smart money concepts wants to tell us that we're in a bullish pattern, but yet Elliott wave theory tells us that we've completed our move to the upside. Okay, so that essentially tells us that we're not as bullish as smart money concepts wants us to believe. And this is because there's a little bit of lag in understanding how these structures emerge from smart money concepts, whereas Elliott wave theory gives you predictive capabilities based on people's behavior. So we see slippage to the downside. We see a pretty big move coming down here. And for the most part, this does look like a three-wave pattern is complete here, 1, 2, and 3. It does, however, look like it fell short of its target range. We'll do our due diligence again and just check this. We can see here, yeah, it didn't come down to the 1-to-1, which would have been a little bit deeper. We would have been expecting $3.93 to $3.87 in a new bear market low. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes things do truncate like this, and its behavior changes essentially going on here. Bitcoin started to rally and yeah, anyway, nonetheless, we can see here that we also have a three-wave corrective pattern coming up here as well. So again, we're just going to connect the dots here because it's quite easy for us to kind of just get a little bit sometimes lost in translation of things that are going on, but ultimately it looks like we are on a move to the upside a little bit further, but hard to find that exact point there. So I'll leave that one blank, but I will give the target range as per what I see here. And that would be that we should expect to try a rally up to equilibrium. Okay, and equilibrium is basically a 50% move between the highs and the peaks, or the peaks and the troughs of the most recent structural moves. And so $4.12 to $4.15 would be my expectation on this. Essentially, if I remove some of this noise right here, we can of course acknowledge that it's a three-wave pattern up to equilibrium there. Okay, so that's going to be the expectation. That, however, will be a part of a bigger move. Minimum expectations on this have already been met as well, so we don't have to go up any higher. It's just something that we do note. And of course, you know, we can see that this is going to be a part of a much bigger bearish pattern. So if we were to pull this down here, we would note that this would be a three-wave pattern down more towards 397 to 372. That would be a worst case scenario potentially, but nonetheless, I'll leave it there for now and see how things kind of progress, and we'll do another update video on Polkadot closer to the time. But as you can kind of see, we're heading down here. New bear market lows are required for Polkadot. So that's going to be where that one sits. Take this up into the daily, and you can still see that we're following into the Z wave. We're into the Z wave pattern as we were previously talking about. We are retracing quite nicely here, and yeah, we still are on track for a little bit deeper. So our hourly chart shows us with a potential move a little bit deeper. We're in the Z wave now, so minimum expectations on the daily time frame have been already completed, but I expect we have got further to the downside to go. And of course, we do have this potential wild card taking us down to 263 to 305. And this is a bit of a stretch target because if it is to be a three-wave pattern and it were to come down this low, then that's the target range. Okay, so it all depends on whether you want to kind of, you know, be bullish or not. Ultimately, our daily chart is bearish. We have got a lot of reasons for this, but ultimately the structures from smart money concepts are lining up beautifully with Elliott wave theory, telling us that we have to go down deeper. We are below the 50 EMA, the 50 SMA, or the MA, I should say, and of course the 200 EMA. All of that is price suppressing and putting us into a traditional bearish pattern. If you follow traditional markets like Forex and things like that, you'll look at the 200 EMA as your bearish and bullish filter. And of course, you know, we have smart money concepts and Elliott wave theory. All these things together are telling us that we have to go down deeper. Nothing bullish to be seen here on Polkadot just yet. So we are looking for cheaper prices on DOT. We are looking for some pretty decent cumulative places as well. So unfortunately on the daily time frame, yeah, we got more to the downside, and that's going to be great for accumulating if that's what you want to do. If you're already holding Polkadot, then maybe that's not what you want to see in your portfolio, but DCAing is a good strategy nonetheless. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give people financial advice. All I can do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I personally see it. And I think this is an opportunity. Taking it to the weekly time frame, you can see that we are down in our weekly area of interest. This is the 353 to 412 area on the price chart. This is the previous area of support that we're looking to turn into support. From a weekly standpoint, if we lose this area, it's not going to be the best place for us going forward, because there isn't on a weekly standpoint a lot of support to be seen underneath this. On the daily time frame, we can obviously note that there are some interesting areas already, and so we're not too concerned, but this is a huge opportunity to see Polkadot down at these particular levels. Going forward, I do see us with some pretty decent price predictions on Polkadot, but I've spoken about that before, and I'll leave that one for you to go and view the other Polkadot videos that we have on the channel. Essentially, we are looking for deeper in price. We're looking for essentially some good accumulative areas in the price action, specifically on the daily time frame. We are in the zones though, so you know DCA needs to be of the highest priority in my opinion. But that is all that is, my opinion. And I do think there's going to be some pretty decent future price predictions on Polkadot. I think it can perform well. It hasn't performed as well as I would have liked it in the previous bullish market, but it has been building out quite nicely and potentially has the ability to do incredibly well going forward. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, but I'm going to leave this video right there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Link is in the description below. Until the next one, guys, have a fantastic day.